Hey everybody, it's Life with Acadius. Welcome back. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life with Acadius. I am your host, Acadius, and I tell embarrassing stories about my past. And right now, during this video, I am playing Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. So, let's get this story going, shall we? It takes place when I was, I think, 15 years old. And I went over to a friend's house. His name is Matt. And it was a sleepover. Or I should say it was Matt's parents' house, you know. And I go over, and, you know, it's just going to be, a teenage guy thing. You know, we're going to have pizza and play video games and talk about, who we like and which celebrity, we have a crush on and all that stuff. And, now one of the incentives of going over to Matt's house was his older sister, Jennifer. She was 19 or 20, college girl. And I had a huge crush on her. At that time, it's like, oh, she is the most beautiful older woman I've ever seen. So, whenever I could engage in conversation with her, I took that opportunity. Now, let me just nip this in the bud right now. For those of you thinking that I'm going with the end game of, oh, well, he's going to tell a story of how he got to sleep with Matt's older sister. No, that did not happen. I wish, in retrospect, that would have been great to lose my virginity like that. But no, it did not happen like that. No, this is far more embarrassing. Because let me tell you, losing my virginity was embarrassing enough. But that's a whole other story. So, I digress. Now, Matt and I were playing video games, eating pizza, drinking sodas. We tried to break into the liquor cabinet, but I think his dad was aware of our intentions, and he had that locked down. Anyway. Now, occasionally, I would leave the room to go talk to Jennifer. I would hear her talking in the living room or something on the phone. I would just do that subtle, oh, I'm just passing through. Hi there, Jennifer. Don't mind me, I'm just a man in his PJs. Anyway, so at one point, Matt had passed out, and I did engage in conversation with Jennifer. Yeah, I think she enjoyed flirting with me. I still do get really awkward and turn red and fidget a lot when I'm being flirted with. So anyway, I finally go to bed, and I wake up. It was probably around 4 in the morning, and I wake up, and I have to go pee-pee. I have to urinate. Not a daunting task, you think? Well, it is for guys when they have, how should I put this? Well, I'm not, mince words, it's an erection. A raging boner, okay? And I must have been dreaming about Jennifer or thinking about her, in my sleep, whatever, and that's why, oh, hello, it's morning wood. And I decided, well, I had to go. I didn't decide. I was compelled to go into the bathroom, and that's what I did. So I go into the bathroom that's down the hall. It's basically the center bathroom that's in between all the rooms. It's a one-story house. And I go into the bathroom, and I shut the door. Now, I'm standing in front of the toilet, and I'm trying to think of anything and everything to make this the swelling in the nether regions to go away. You start thinking about relatives and dead things, zombies, whatever, anything to make this thing go down so I can urinate like a standard human being. But no, it had a mind of its own. So now I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go piss on their wall, because that's what's going to happen. It's pointing basically forward And that's why I'm gonna be painting the walls here. So, and I'm sure as hell not gonna, you know, put my leg up on their sink, angle myself 90 degrees, and point downward to try to get the urine into the toilet. It's impossible, and especially when you really have to go. So, I get the bright idea. Well, there's a shower stall next to me. It's to the right. Step in there, let the urine flow, and then turn on the shower briefly, rinse everything down. Nobody's the wiser. You know? Again, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's sound asleep. So that's what I do. I open up the glass door, and I step in. And I pull down my pajamas. And I urinate. You know, I kind of pointed it into a corner. And, oh, the relief. Oh, the relief, you know. Now, this is going on for about 10 seconds. And suddenly I hear the door open up behind me. And who is it? It's Matt's mom. Mrs. Matt. I can't remember her name. And what never occurred to me is that me doing this in basically a plastic shower stall is much like when you're standing in a garage during a rainstorm or hail. You know that amplified sound that water makes when it hits the roof when you're in the garage or a shed? Well, that's what it was going on in this bathroom. It probably sounded like a herd of rhinos running through, because the acoustics in this bathroom, you know. And so Mrs. Matt walks in, and she had thought that something had burst. A pipe had burst in the bathroom, and it was leaking in the shower. But no, she finds Acadius standing in her shower stall, peeing in a corner. And of course, I kind of turned, because I was startled, hearing the door, and I foolishly didn't lock it. So I kind of turned, and well, now, because the boner was starting to go down, I peed on my leg, because I jolted sideways. Yeah, not enough where she could see, you know, my business going on or whatever. But can you imagine her fate, what she was thinking? Like, oh my god, he's peeing in our shower like an animal. And she quickly just, oh my god, you know, and I'm like, oh my god. She shuts the door, you know, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. And I think it would have been less embarrassing if I was masturbating and she had walked in, much like out of that, what is that movie, Grandma's Boy. You know, that scene, anybody seen that movie will know what I'm talking about. That would have been less embarrassing than a 15, 16-year-old kid peeing in a stranger's bathroom. Okay? So, nothing really happened after that. You know, I rinsed out the shower. I did a courtesy flush, even though I didn't use the damn toilet, you know. And I stood in that bathroom for a couple minutes thinking, oh my god, I cannot emerge out of this bathroom ever again. I'm gonna live in here. You know, I made an ass out of myself. So anyway, the next morning, she just kind of gave me weird looks, Mrs. Matt. And that's that. And funny enough, I was never invited ever to sleep over again. So, there's the story. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have other suggestions for future episodes, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is Acadius. Thank you for watching. You take care.
You peed in the shower. Nasty habits.